earliest memory of picking at my face is around the age of 7 years old. There was eczema and sometimes cold sores. I remember sitting down picking for hours. I would procrastinate doing my homework to sit and pick. I would pick in church, pick in the car, pick in class, and sometimes just sit on the couch and stare off into space, picking. Since getting older, the picking has subsided for the most part. Occasionally, if I get dry skin, I revert back to my old habit. I'll sit and pick. My mom and aunts would always tell me to stop, but it was like an addiction. I couldn't stop until the scab was successfully removed, even if it meant blood. Recently, I looked in the mirror because I have a boo-boo that hasn't quite healed, and I realized that it's been months since I've had it. Almost daily, it tries to heal, but something in me drives me to pick. Randomly, it got me thinking about forgiveness. Growing up, forgiveness was a concept I heard often, but it was usually in the context of forgiving others. Your cousin, brother, or sister may wrong you, and their mom may tell them to apologize to you and ask for forgiveness. As kiddos, we use the phrase, "I forgive you," pretty willy-nilly. And then as we get older, we start hearing people talking about forgiveness in this deep, compelling way. You hear phrases in movies or TED Talks say, "Forgiveness isn't for the other person, it is for you." Forgiveness is somehow always packaged around other people. The concept of forgiveness is most talked about in the context of an individual being abused, a sibling rivalry, a parent making mistakes, a spouse cheating, a partner betraying, a friend disappearing or disappointing. But there is hardly ever emphasis on self-forgiveness. Yet it's such an integral part of our journey. There is no doubt that learning to forgive others is a whole life curriculum. But the curriculum I have most needed in my own life is how to forgive myself. For almost a year now, my husband and I have been on quite the journey of fertility. As I approach my 9-year bone marrow transplant anniversary and reflect, I could have never imagined that I would need to forgive myself for a choice I made when I was only 26 years old. At 26, the doctors told me that my fertility was at chance. But no one ever really sat me down and explicitly explained to me what I would go through hormonally, what fertility challenges could do to my future marriage, and how deeply grieved I might be if I met the love of my life and struggled to have the one thing that matters the most. At 26, I simply did not grasp the implications of chemotherapy. These days, having a lasting legacy is the one thing that penetrates my mind the most. Learning all the life lessons, expanding my knowledge in the kitchen and garden, seeing my mom age, it all makes me wonder, who will I pass this knowledge on to? Who can I help shape and mold? Where can I find that beautiful reflection of the love that exists between myself and my beautiful, charming, hilariously brilliant husband? I watch my husband wake every morning. Watch him go to work, study real estate, do schoolwork for his grad school program, and work his life plan. When he leaves for work, I often reminisce on my past, retracing every step in my 20s, recounting the thoughts that I was thinking, rehashing conversations I had with medical professionals to figure out how I could be so silly as to not freeze my eggs. I reminisce on elementary school and high school, thinking about health class, and if I truly had an understanding on how the human body works, on how reproduction works. I've spent countless nights replaying the decisions of my past, tearing myself apart over what I could have done differently, punishing myself. It's like a relentless loop, each memory dragging me deeper into a pit of regret. The same relentless urge that drove me to pick at my face, chasing the imperfections until they bled, has pushed me to pick at my past mistakes until my soul feels raw. It's like a relentless loop, each memory dragging me deeper into a pit of regret. The same relentless urge that drove me to pick at my face, chasing the imperfections until they bled, has pushed me to pick at my past mistakes until my soul feels raw. Dwelling on the past only brings more pain. Rosa Parks once said, "Have you ever been hurt and the place tries to heal a bit, and you just pull the scar off of it over and over again?" I've realized that the more I pick, the longer it takes to heal, and the deeper the scars become. I've realized that forgiveness isn't about erasing the past or pretending it didn't happen, but it's about acknowledging the pain, accepting that I can't change what's done, and choosing to move forward. Forgiving yourself doesn't mean that you forget what happened or that you're letting yourself off the hook. It means that you're choosing to release the burden of guilt and shame that's been weighing you down. It's a conscious decision to free yourself from the chains of the past and embrace the possibility of a brighter future. It's also creating space for God to move in your life. We wouldn't treat a friend this way. We wouldn't torment them over past mistakes or hold them hostage to their regrets, and pick and pick and pick and pick and pick. So why do we do it to ourselves? Why do we subject ourselves to this self-imposed punishment? It's because, in a way, we've broken trust with ourselves. Just like in a relationship where trust has been shattered, we have to rebuild that trust with ourselves. We have to forgive ourselves and learn to trust again. Undoubtedly, it can be hard to let go of the "I should have known betters." It's that nagging voice in the back of your mind reminding you of all the signs you missed, the warning bells you ignored. And in the context of a broken relationship, it's even more challenging. This person let me down. Yes, but how could I let myself down? How could I ignore my own intuition, my instincts, my own well-being? Listen, it's okay to forgive yourself. It's in those moments of self-forgiveness that we unearth the miracles waiting to happen within us. By letting go of the past and embracing forgiveness, we pave the way for authentic healing and true transformation. Psalms 103:12. As far as the east is from the west, so far has he removed our transgressions from us. Romans 8:1. Therefore, there is now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. Revelation 21:4-5. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. It's okay, sis. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself.